Hello, Scorpio. I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is your December read for 2019. If you'd like to enter a prize draw to win a private reading with me worth 120 Australian dollars, then all you need to do is subscribe to my channel, click like on this video, and then leave a comment about how this reading resonates with you, along with a yellow heart emoji in that comment so that I know that you want to enter in for that draw. You can enter in as many times as you like by doing the same on other videos. So I'm going to split this month into three, beginning, middle, and end. When that changeover happens depends on how fast you're going, Scorpio. So let's have a look what you've got going on in the beginning of this month. Right, we've got appreciate self and strength and courage. And so this is about appreciating those gifts that you've got, appreciating what your strengths are, not looking at your downfalls or what you're not so great at, because you've been given everything that you need to move forward on your path. You were born with that stuff. It's what comes easy to you. It's what your skills are. It's what your talents are, right? And so you don't need to focus on the stuff you're not great at. You can get someone else to do that stuff. Just focus on what you appreciate about yourself and those strengths that you have, because that is what you're here to do, right? And so none of this putting yourself down or thinking that you haven't got what it takes, because you do have what it takes, Scorpio. So appreciate yourself. Don't put yourself down. What else have you got going on at the beginning of the month? Again, it's this self-talk. You are good enough, Scorpio. You're good enough. And you don't need to rush forward. Like, when someone's not feeling good enough, they'll try and do too much. They will try and justify their value by overgiving, by doing too much. And you don't need to do that, Scorpio. You can rest, you can relax. You are good enough already. You don't need to overgive. You don't need to overdo things. And so if you've been really trying to make things happen and push forward, this is saying, like, don't do that, especially not at the start of this month. It's not the time to do that. It's more of a time to feel good enough. It's more of a time to appreciate yourself and focus on what it is that you're great at. And so, say some of you have got your own businesses and you're trying to move those parts of your business forward that aren't really you. And it's like, don't focus on that. Focus on the parts of the business that are you, that are your parts, because if you let the other stuff go, chances are you'll naturally attract someone that's going to help you with that, It's like, if you're not good at the accounts, then don't do the accounts. Like, don't do it. Just don't do it. Like, let someone, let the perfect accountant come to you, or the perfect person that will sort all of that stuff out for you. Because you're going to get what you want. It's going to be perfect for you. It's like, you don't need to sort that stuff out that you don't like, because someone that's perfect, that can do that actually wants to do that, will come to you. In the same way, what's perfect for you, what you love doing, if you just focus on that and do that, then you're going to get what you want too. We're taught in school and stuff that we need to be these all-round people. We need to be able to do everything right. And if we've got something that's lacking in us, or something that we don't do great, then we need to focus on that and get better in it. And it's really not true. We come in with our skills and our talents, and if we all just focus on that, then the jigsaw magically falls into place. And so this is saying at the start of this month, it's about you knowing which part of the jigsaw you're in and allowing yourself to be just that part of the jigsaw. You don't have to be the whole jigsaw, right? You're good enough. And you are going to get what you want, and it's going to be perfect for you. That's awesome. Scorpio. What about the middle of the month? Right. And it's all about, so when you're appreciating yourself, when you're realizing what your skills and your talents are, and you're pouring your time into that because you know that that's what you're here for, and so that's what you're doing, that's when other people start appreciating you too. So they start mirroring that back to you because it's what you're putting out. Yeah, you know that about yourself, and so that's what you're doing. It's what your talent is, so you're doing it, you're appreciating that in yourself, and then everyone else starts appreciating you too because they know it as well. And so if you've been trying to convince yourself of your worthiness or how great you are at something, you don't need to do that. You just need to convince yourself, Scorpio. Convince yourself and do it yourself. And everyone's just going to respond to how you're doing it, how you're already doing it. Don't worry, Scorpio. In the middle of the month, don't worry. Everything is going well. There's no rush. There is no rush. You've got your whole lifetime. Um, you don't need to take any giant leaps. There's no rush. You don't need to worry about it. Everything is going well. Um, Allow your talents and this path to unfold. It doesn't have to be a rush. It doesn't, you know, it's like watching a film. Imagine that your life story is a film. And those montages where they move time along really fast to get through the boring bits. That's what films are like, really, aren't they? No one ever goes to the bathroom, and no one ever like sits down and eats a meal. They don't do the normal stuff. It's just like the highlights, yeah. And life isn't like that. Life isn't just the highlights. It doesn't, we're not a montage. Things are going well, don't worry, you're not in a film. But your life is like a film. It's like a story. It's a really good story, and it's a good story too, so don't worry about it. No rushes, don't worry about it. So it might be things moving a little bit slowly in the middle of this month. Be okay about that. Right. Because you've got abundance and clear within. Like this is abundance blocks. This is like, what are your blocks to abundance? How are you holding it away from you? Have you got beliefs about that or beliefs about yourself and your worth? Maybe you've got beliefs about your talents and your worth that you're not going to get what you want or something. It's like you need to sort that out because you don't want to move forward in what you're doing with blocks to abundance. Like blocks to abundance can be like, so if I had them, it's like, oh, psychic readers, they don't make a lot of money and they can't have like big businesses or something like that, or money is the root of all evil. There's beliefs about money like that, or oh, if I'm successful, then maybe I'll be someone else. I'll turn into someone else. There can be all kinds of blocks that we've got to abundance. And so make sure you clear those out of the way, especially if you're going through a quiet, slow period. That tends to be when the universe is saying to us, there's the inner stuff to do, there's inner work to do. You need to get your mind aligned with where you're going. So all about the inner work in the middle of the month to feel better about yourself and moving forward. Scorpio, toward the end of the month. Right, things are flowing. Things are flowing much better toward the end of the month. I'm feeling that some of you are having some time off. This is why the Be With Nature card has come out. And of course, we've got the holidays, right? Christmas and all of that toward the end of the month. So it could be that. Could be like the perfect timing for you to notice what is flowing. When we meet up with family or something, and we feel like we've been stuck, like we're not moving forward, but then we meet up with family and we haven't seen them for a year or whatever. They ask us what's going on, and then we realize, oh yeah, actually, quite a lot is going on, quite a lot has changed. And so notice the flow, especially in this time off. The time off that you're having is allowing you to have a bit more clarity on how far you've come, because you have. Toward the end of the month, Scorpio, you've got self-love and be artistic. So this is about your creative side. And again, I'm picking up that you've got time off, that you're going to be able to do your own thing, be a bit creative. It's amazing how it opens us up. Even, something like getting the guitar out and playing it again, or getting the paints out and painting something. When there doesn't seem to be a particular purpose that you're doing it for, it still opens your energy up. Like it has a good effect on your energy, and it's self-loving too, to allow yourself to do stuff like that. So not so serious, that's what I'm picking up. Allow yourself this time off and to actually enjoy yourself and love yourself more by doing different things instead. You don't always have to be focused on the prize and moving forward. Because that focusing on the prize and moving forward, that feeling that you need to keep on doing stuff, it's all about fear of lack. It's like you don't. If you've got like a fear of taking a holiday and just doing something trivial that you just enjoy just for the hell of it, because you think you've got to be working, you think you've got to be doing something, then that comes from fear of lack. You need to detach from that fear of lack, just like we had that abundance stuff, clearing out those abundance things. So imperative for the next stage of your journey, Scorpio, is to get rid of those abundance blocks and this fear of lack. Detach from it. So do that work. Do that inner work so that to unlock your abundance, Scorpio. So there you go. If you like that reading, please click like and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment with a yellow heart emoji somewhere in it about how you resonated with this reading or not, to enter into that draw. You've got a playlist up there of your other readings, Scorpio, so check those out. Leave comments on those too for further entries. And if you'd like to book a reading with me, then click on the link there. I get those out within 24 hours as speedy guidance for you. Have a fantastic month, and I'll see you next month.